start the today's class. Okay, here I'm sharing the screen. You can put your attendance. I hope the screen is shared and you are able to view it properly. Okay, fine class. So let's see. I think these are the questions what we have answered previously. Okay. Now we'll be making today an important point about the transition table. We have seen this is what we have drawn earlier. It is a transition diagram which is able to tell how a particular diagram has to be drawn, and it shows the transition or the movement from one state to another state over maybe some of the alphabet over some of the alphabet. Okay, fine. So we'll be seeing today transition table. So let me tell you what it's a tabular structure. It's a tabular structure. Okay, it's a table matlab it has two axes, x and y axis. There will be two-dimensional things. So first I'll make one versus. So over the x-axis here there will be the alphabets. I will represent like this. Okay, this here it will be the alphabets and here it will be the states. So it is state versus alphabet. We know state versus alphabet gives rise to state, as it is my transition function, for DFA, deterministic finite automata. So what we are going to do, basically we are simply representing these graphical representation what we have drawn, saying it as a transition diagram. We will be simply representing all the things in a tabular formats. This is called a transition table. Now in the previous example what we have discussed here as a first example, here we have seen the alphabets were 0 and 1. So I'll be simply writing down these alphabets over here. So I'll write 0 and 1. Okay, over this x-axis. For this y-axis, what it is saying, q is nothing but your the states. What are the states you had while you solve this question? These are q0 and q1. Okay, q0 and q1. So I will simply write down here q0 and q1. Okay, I'll make a table. Yeah, that is better. Yeah, fine. Now what happens here, you have to simply write down state over alphabet, what new state you are you will be getting, that you are going to represent in this tabular structure. Now if you move to the transition diagram, q0 over 0, where what will be the next state, where it going, q0 over 0, students, as per this transition diagram, q0 over 0.
Q0.
Yes, very good.
Q0.
Q0 over 0. So you can just write down here Q0. Q0 over 1 under this cell. What will be your answer? Q0 over 1. It is going to
One.
Q1.
it is
Q1.
Q1. Yes, you are going to simply write like this. Q0 over 1, it is going to Q1. In the same fashion, Q1 over 0. Q1 over 0. Q1 over 0. It is going to itself. So I will say Q1. Q1 over 1. Q1 over 1. Q1 over 1, it is going to Q0. Okay. So I will write down like this. Right. So is there anything left out? What is the deterministic finite automata? That on every state there should be a unique transition on each and every alphabet. So you can see Q0, there are the two transition on 0 and 1, which are these are the alphabets. As in the same fashion on Q1 also there are the two transition over each and every alphabet, 0 and 1. Okay, I hope you understood how to draw the transition table, guys. It is quite simple. It is just a representation of a graphical way of graphical thing into a tabular structure. That's it. That's why we are calling it table, transition table. This was your transition diagram, and this is tabular representation. That's it. Any doubts, guys? Yeah, I hope. Yeah, thank you. No doubts. So we will move further. Now, so whenever a question will be given, three things you have to write as an answer for 6 marks, 4 to 6 marks. Okay. First thing that you will be doing is writing the given information and drawing the transition diagram. This is called as a transition diagram. Okay, transition diagram. Then you will be doing is writing the transition table. I will note it as a TT. Okay, transition table. Once you know do that, you need to write down the transition. Okay, transition. Now what is this transition? What all transitions you have to write? Nothing but again it is the same representation. What we'll be doing in the same fashion, we'll be writing all the transition in the same fashion, like transition function. Please try to see here, this is very important. Okay, transition function over, it is nothing but you will be writing through transition table only. So you will be writing q0 comma what alphabet, 0, where it goes, it goes to which state, q0. This is the first transition function. Okay, or I can say the rule. Second is transition function q0 over 1. This gives rise to, this is moving to q1, right? Number 3, I'll write number 3, transition function q1. Now you take for the q1 over 0, where it goes, it goes to q1 itself. So you just write down q1. Number 4 transition is transition function q1 over 1. Here it goes to q0. Now this is how it is your answer. Okay, so 3-step answer it is. First you will be writing your transition diagram. Using this transition diagram, you will be making the transition table, and the last you will be writing the transitions. You will be writing the transition. Clear, guys? And the fourth and very important is representing your. Okay, I'll put in Roman. Fourth step is representing your automata. How will you represent? To represent a deterministic finite automata, you know it is a phi tuple. So you are supposed to put your all the phi tuples. What are those phi tuples? If you remember your DFA that you are representing, so those are. Can you tell me the phi tuples? First, I'll tell you the state. Second one is the alphabet.
Symbols.
That's alphabet. We will be calling it as
Alphabets or
alphabets.
symbols.
Then next is the transition function. Then it is initial state.
Start state.
Here start state, initial state, and last is final state, qf. F is final state. Okay, yeah, I think I have already informed, don't come late for the classes. Still people are coming here. Yeah, okay, it's already 10:10. Fine, then I will not allow this. Next is what we'll be seeing. Okay, now this is to be represented in this fashion. So what I'll be doing, I will simply make a function. Okay, this is the last answer, fourth step. So what, how many steps you had, just write down in this automata. So those are q0 comma q1. This is all the states which are taking part in this automata. What are the alphabets you had? You were having alphabets 0 and 1. Okay. Next, you can write down simply transition function. This is nothing but actually all these transitions. All these transitions you have. Actually, you are supposed to write, but we are not writing. We are writing it here as a step 3. Okay. So transition function you can simply represent with the transition function delta. Then out of these states, which is your initial state? It was Q0. And out of these, which is your final state? It is Q1. Now, this is what a complete representation of an automata that you have drawn. So these are the states. These are your states Q. These are your alphabets. These are your transition function. This is your initial state, and this is your final state QF. Okay, this is how your 4-step problem, which gives you 4 to 6 marks, which gives you 4 to 6 marks. I hope this has been clear, because whatever the programs we have seen earlier, you are supposed to write down the solutions for them in a 4-step method. Clear? And that was your assignment for the of this week, which you will be submitting by Monday. If you have any doubt, please let me know right now so that we'll proceed. Or you want me to explain once again? You tell me that also. Make it fast, guys. Yeah, I think I'm quite audible, right? Okay, no doubt. Very good. Thank you, Project. So, if you don't have any doubt, let's. I think we have designed the automata for this. Design an automata which accepts only one number of ones in a set of 1 and 0.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. In this case, there's some technical issues there. If you have the answers for this, so do one thing. You just uh, draw the transition table and show the transitions for the same question. Anyways, this is a question given for your assignment, but I want you people to practice on this. Everybody, please go and solve that question. Yeah. So the question was like this: design an automata which accepts only even number of ones. The question here, it was odd number of one. Now, if you see, students, if you just look at and understand the problem statement in the example 1 and example 2, because here I'll be giving you one direct solution for the answers. See, design an automata which accepts only odd number of ones. So this is the answer for odd number of ones in a set of 1 and 0. And the second question which I have asked is the even even number of ones. Even number of ones. Yeah, even number of ones. That was odd number of ones. Here, even number of ones. So can I say this is the solution of this, okay, is a complement of this. It is even number of ones and this is odd number of ones. That is the thing. So what we'll be doing, there is no problem. What you are supposed to do in such cases, it is the same answer that you will be getting. Okay, I will simply use the pointer. Earlier also what you got, you will be writing the same q0, then q1. Okay, this was your, okay, then you have said in the previous, it was, you can simply write down the same image 0, then here it is a transition over 1, here it is a transition over 0, and here is a transition over 1. Okay, now how is the difference? As it is a complement, because this is an even number of ones and the earlier was odd number of ones, so this is completely an complement of this automata. So what I'll do, in the complement of an automata, we have seen in the previous class when we were saying about the complement of an automata. In the complement of an automata, the final state and non-final state, okay, final state and non-final state, they should be altered. So in the previous example we had q1, this is my q0 and this was my q1. Okay, q1 was your final state, now it won't become a final state. q0 was non-final state, it becomes the final state. Yep. So here this is a final state, this is a non-final state. Okay, now this is what your automata, right? It was a concept of complement of our automata where you will be simply making final state to non-final state. Now this was accepting only odd number of ones. This is not accepting odd number ones. Not accepting odd number of ones in the sense it is going to accept only even number of ones. Please try to understand the meaning or the way of explaining the things, right? Not even number means odd number, not odd number means even numbers. It is going to accept even number. Okay, so this is how you have represented the automata. Now the transition table, you know the transition table, how will you draw the transition table? It is simple. It is the state versus alphabet. Well, how many alphabets we had? We had 0 and 1. How many states were taking part? q0 and q1. Okay, so simply write down then. So q0 over 0, it is going to the same q0, and here it is q1, this is q1 and this is q0. One and very important point I couldn't tell you people, I forgot to tell. Now please try to you need to represent among these which are the initial state and final state. So q0, if say q0 is a, to represent initial state will be putting inward arrow. Okay, as well as this is a final state. To represent the final state, to represent initial state, we are simply representing an inward arrow, and to represent a state with as a final state will be representing a star mark. Okay, now here q0 is initial state as well as final state, so I'm representing both in this way. Okay class, so this is how a transition table. With this transition table I think you are able to do the step 3, that is your transitions. The okay, you are going to represent the transitions, and the step 4, which is nothing but the complete automata representation. Yeah, so in this way you will be giving the answers for the example 3, example 4, as well as example 5. Okay, so this is how you will be giving me the answers for all those things. Okay, again some issue is there it seems. Let me see what is the issue. Okay, okay, so this was the example 5 which we have discussed about does not contain, which is nothing but complement of an automata we have discussed in the previous classes. Okay, where I've said make the final state into a non-final state and make the non-final state into a final state. That was a example of converting or complementing automata. Here in this example, what we have seen, A, B, C, D were the non-final state, while E was the final state. Okay, if you remember the previous class example, so what we have done, we have simply made the flips, the states, saying that final state will become the non-final, non-final will become the final. So A, B, C, D, which were the non-final state, we made them as a final state by putting two circles to them. Okay, A, B, C, D, and E was final state. Now it is E is a non-final state. So those strings which used to be accepted by this automata, definitely those were the rejected, and the strings which were rejected by this automata, which will be accepted by this automata. So this is what the complement of an automata. You know the complement not get, right? Zero रहेगा तो one होगा, one होगा, one रहेगा तो zero होगा. So that is a not get complement of a. So in the same fashion, we are also making complement of an automata by simply changing the final state to non-final and non-final to final. That's it. Okay. So in this class, we will be talking about now non-deterministic finite automata. Okay. So here, in this non-deterministic finite automata, again it is a phi tuple. It is also a phi tuple. Okay, this is also having the phi tuple non-deterministic. If you divide the word non-deterministic, can you tell me what it means, non-deterministic? We have seen deterministic finite automata, and today we are going to start with non-deterministic finite automata. What you understand using the word non-deterministic, please class? Non-deterministic, I'm just asking you the meaning of this. What do you mean by non-deterministic? Non-deterministic, general meaning of a non-deterministic word. Determine means what, beta? Uh, yeah, people. Yes, Swapnil.
Infinite.
So, DFA, deterministic finite automata, was deterministic, right? How? Can you tell me? Can't be predicted. Very good. Yes, Sangeeta. No, Harish. Not able to find initial and final state. No, because when we are designing any automata, before designing only we can uh, know, or we have some idea that which can be initial state, which can be the final state. Okay. Uh, so non-deterministic means you cannot predict, you cannot determine what will be, or what, how the transition is going to happen. See, I'll tell you, let's discuss on this. What happens in this, let me tell you about machine equation of DFA. I'm talking about machine equation of DFA. Okay, machine equation in the sense that phi tuples. Okay, it has states, it is having the alphabets, the transition function, then initial state and final state, right? Now machine equation for NFA is also phi tuple. It is also a phi tuple. Okay, those are the states, alphabet, the transition function, initial state, and a final state. Initial state and final state. Okay, now what is the difference? If you are able to see, both are the same. Yeah, Only the difference is goes with the transition function. Here, the transition function that we have discussed, it was state over alphabet gives rise to only one state. It was, we used to say it is a unique transition. Okay, we were quite determined if q0 over alphabet 1 gives rise to q1, there is no other transition possible other than q1, right? Other than that transition, it was only unique, it was a unique transition. But in case of NFA, non-deterministic finite automata, what happens? A state over an alphabet gives rise to any state. Okay, so what is the total possibility? It is 2 raised to power q superset. You know the superset, right? In earlier we have calculated the number of substrings, so you say 2 raised to power answer, that is a superset. Okay, so how many possibilities are there? That will be a 2 raised to power q. Okay, I'll take that example, don't worry about this. Okay, so now this is the difference between NFA and DFA. Major part in the difference is here you can say over one alphabet, or for one state over one alphabet gives rise to only one state, where in the non-deterministic finite automata you are not sure कि from one state over one alphabet may move to either one state, two state, or 2 raised to power q state. Maximum possibility is 2 raised to power q. It is undeterministic. How? I'll take the example now. Please try to understand. I'll just remove this. Okay, fine. I'll take the example. Okay. The example will take like this. Okay. Again, some problem is there. Fine. Say this is my q0. Okay, and this is my q1, and let us assume I'll say it is my q2. Please try to understand, guys. From q0, if I have a transition over 0, see here my states are q0, q1, and q2, while my alphabets are 0 and 1. Okay, please try to understand. This is very important concept that I'm going to teach you. From q0, if I have given the transition over 0 to some state, okay, then there is no possibility that in the deterministic finite automata I'm talking about. Okay, in the deterministic, there is no transition from the same alphabet over the same state. Okay, now what happens if you are on the q0? Now there are the two paths over the 0, so you will be in confused mode which path you are supposed to follow. Either, because if you see, this is also leading over 0 and this is also leading over 0, so which one should have you have path? Because from q0 over 0, if you are taking 0, you will be reaching to q1. q0 over 0, here you will be reaching to q2. So now it is a confusing state. In the deterministic finite automata, there should not be, there should be unique transition. Is it a unique one? It is not the unique one, right? It is not the unique one. So such kind of situation when happens, it is called as non-deterministic finite automata. It is called non-deterministic finite automata because it does not have a unique transition over the same alphabet, over an alphabet. Yeah, whether you people are understanding, this is a very important point I have explained. If you have any doubt, please ask me. I'll clear this doubt. If you do not understand this, definitely a lot of problems will be coming to your mind, and you will not, if you don't get the solution of that, you will not get the interest in understanding the NFA. Yes, friends. Yeah, Vaishnavi. Fine. I'll. Okay. So in this, what I explained. Okay, fine. I'll take now Q0 over, if there is a transition from Q0 over 0, okay, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll make one automata only. Q0, so it is going to take even number of ones, odd number of. Simply I'll do one thing. Now class, try to understand. This is an one automata which is accepting odd number of ones, odd number of zeros, odd number of zero, right? Now if you are able to see one thing, it is a deterministic finite automata. How? See, from Q0, from Q0 over 0, it has only one transition. Just check it out. Q0 over 0, it has only one transition, that is Q1. Okay, in the same fashion, from Q0 over 1, it has only one transition, that is Q0 over 1, it goes to Q0. In the same fashion, Q1 over 0, it has only one transition, that is it is going to Q0, and Q1 over 1, it is having only one transition, that is reaching to Q1. It is not showing that it has a multiple transition just like this. Say, I'll tell you, if I have drawn another state Q2, and here is another transition, say over 0. Now, Q0 over 0, Q0 over 0, where it goes? It goes with, it goes either Q1 or Q2, or I will say both. So, Q1, Q2. Three possibilities are there. Either it goes to Q1, either it goes to Q2, or it goes to both of them. Okay, Q1, Q2. This is what it is, a maximum possibility. Yes, class? I hope you are understanding. If such situation is there, then it is called as a non-deterministic. We cannot say, we cannot predict from Q0 over 0 where it goes to Q1, Q2, or both, or none of them. This is how a non-deterministic finite automata comes into picture. So if you have say, if you have two states, let us assume class, if you have a two states, say Q0 and Q1, okay, I'm not worried about the initial state and final state, okay. Okay, now what happens, this zero transition I can put like this 0, or I can put like this 0. So what is the possibility that if I write Q0 over 0, what is the possibility, total possibility? Either it can go to Q0, comma, it can go to Q1, comma, it can go to both Q0, Q1, or it is a possibility that what deterministic finite automata tells, there should be unique transition. In this automata, in this non-deterministic finite automata, there may not be the transition from alphabets. Deterministic, what deterministic says, there should be a unique transition. There should be. In non-deterministic, it is not compulsory that it should have a transition. It may not have the transition, so it may not go to any of the state. That is epsilon. So how many possibilities are there? It is 4 possibilities. Either it may not go to anybody, their transition may not leads to any of the way, it may leads to Q0, it may leads to Q1, or it may leads to both. Okay, So how many possibilities are there? 4. How many states you had? 2. So 2 raised to power 2. That is 2 raised to power q. Okay. If you have taken 3 states, there is a possibility that, let me take you for the 3 state. If I take the 3 states like this, okay, here it is put there. Let me take the white screen. Okay. If I take say q0, q1 and q2. Okay. Now what is the possibility that the same over the same alphabet there will be a transition? There may be possibility like this over 0. I'm taking only over 0. So what are the possibility that q0 over 0, when I say, it may be either, it may not goes to any of the state, that is epsilon. It may go to q0, it may go to q1, or it may go to q2. This is what the possibility. Or it may go to q0 and q1, or it may go to q0 q2. Okay. Or it may go to q1 q2, or it may go to all q0 q1 q2. This is the total possibilities that it has. Okay. So one of them is it may not go to anybody. There is a possibility that it may go to q0 only, or q1 only, or q2 only. There is a possibility that it may have a transition over both q0 q1 or q0 q2 or q1 q2. And there may be a possibility that it may have a transition over q0 q1 q2, q0 q1 q2. So total possibilities are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 2 raised to power 3 equals to 8. Okay. What was 3? 3 is number of state. 2 raised to power q. So the transition function for the non-deterministic finite automata gives rise to state over alphabet 2 raised to power q. This is the for non-deterministic NFA, or NFA I will say NFA, while in case of deterministic finite automata we have said it is state over alphabet gives rise to only one state, only one state. This is for DFA, transition function for DFA. This is very important point that we were discussing. Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Tell me about this, because now we are going to design NFS. We are going to design NFS. Whether you understood how NFS are differ with the DFS? Yeah, tell me first. Anyways, once we start taking the examples of NFA, if you have any doubts, it will be getting clear over there also. Yeah, thank you, Project. Yeah. Okay. So now, one very important point I wanted to put here: the deterministic finite automata is a unique solution. Okay, non-deterministic finite automata is not a unique solution. Okay, it is not giving the unique solution. Why? I put up the certain points now. The DFA, deterministic finite automata, if I draw or you people draw, you will be getting the same solution. While NFA is not like that. If I draw, I'll be getting some different solution. You may get some different solution. The reason is, first and very important point, your deterministic finite automata DFA is going to process both valid and invalid string. That's it. It is going to process both valid as well as invalid string. While your NFA, non-deterministic finite automata, it is not bothered about invalid string. It is only bothered about valid string. So it may not process the invalid string. If you are giving invalid string as an input, the machine may get halt or may not halt. Okay, because we are not processing the invalid string in that case. If you remember the previous examples of what we have taken, we have used the concept of dead state to process the invalid string, also to process the invalid string, right? In this there is no concept of processing the invalid string only, so there is no meaning of dead state. Okay, unreachable states, we'll be taking those examples in the upcoming classes, how we are going to design the non-deterministic finite automata. Okay, so we'll be starting non-deterministic finite automata in the upcoming classes, that is scheduled from Monday onwards. So I think you people have got your assignment one, which those are your 5 programs which we have discussed from the last week till today. You are going to give the solutions, all 4 steps. I want all the 4 steps, and you will be submitting over one link will be provided to you by the end of the day. Through over that only you are supposed to submit. Okay. If you have any doubts with this, please ask, because from Monday onwards we'll be moving a little bit more faster, because it's just we have completed 30% of this first module, 30% of the first module. The another important points are NFA, conversion of NFA to GFA, then epsilon NFA will be taking. Okay, then the another part is and finite automata with outputs. That is also a very important concept, which we will not take in the model. We'll be taking it later after third model. Okay, so a lot of things are yet to finish. So Monday onwards we'll be moving a little bit more faster. Okay, class. If you have any doubt, please ask those doubts. Clear all your doubts and take actively participate in this teaching learning process. Okay, class. If you have any doubt, you people can ask me. I hope you people have given the attendance. We'll be stopping the recording.